Hello everyone, welcome to Knowledge Optimizer. I am Rajat and today we are starting a new series and that is on design pattern. So basically in this series we are going to learn what are the different kind of design pattern, where to use which design pattern, and in the end of the series when all the design patterns are completed we are going to solve many problems on those design patterns. But just to make you understand, whenever you are building a software, you can't build that from a single design pattern. You have to include multiple design patterns, then only you would be able to reach at the final solution of the software. So design pattern are basically an important aspect of when you are building any software or designing any problem. So, but the first question arises: what is design pattern? Design pattern are nothing just a typical solution to commonly occurring problem in software design. So what do I mean by that? Suppose there are multiple occurrences of the object. Basically, you have to use a single object at multiple places, but the properties are same for that object. You don't need then in that case you don't need to initialize that object again and again. So there is the design pattern for that. That is called singleton design pattern. So they and again singleton design pattern consists of very properties like whether it has to be lazy initialization or there are other properties also, thread safe, everything. So you have to basically know these things before jumping to the solution. And there are cases also where you might be using multiple design pattern without even knowing like you are using that design pattern. So whenever you are so I could even say that whenever you are implementing a solution to a problem, then there is a specific name to the way you are implementing it. So that is basically called a design pattern. So and in many cases, like many developers which are not aware of these design pattern, like there could be other way of solving that problem, then they basically end up implementing a rather not so good solution for that problem. So now coming to like what are the properties to look after when you are choosing a design pattern. So basically first of all you have to identify the intent of the problem, the motivation. Then what is the motivation of the problem, what we are trying to solve. On the basis of these, then first of all you have to again, like there are different structure on the basis of what design pattern you are choosing. So you have to identify like are these pattern are validating basically the solution to my problem, that you have to identify. So that's what we are going to learn in this and now some people ask like why to learn design pattern, why not just to implement the solution. Yes, you can implement a solution, but design pattern are nothing just a tried and tested solution to a particular kind of problem. So that's the thing, that's the like you would be aware like okay, this kind of problem if occur any other time, then you can implement it. I gave you the example of singleton. If you aren't aware like what is thread safe, then that case you will definitely stuck at a problem like where your that particular object being initialized by different threads, so it has to be thread safe. So these are the things which you are going to learn here. So now jumping to the second question, what are the different types of design patterns? So broader category, there are three only: creational, structural, and then behavioral. Now coming to creational design pattern, from the name only you can see like it basically give us the different methodologies or mechanism through which we can create object ways. Shingleton was one of them, which I told you, like where to use them, how to use them. Then, like if you want to create a factory of it, basically through factory you want to initialize an object. So basically, how you are going to create your object, that's basically the part of creation design pattern we are going to cover. Now the structural design pattern is basically it gives from the name again. You can see like it basically tells us how you are going to assemble structure or assemble your objects, and they are different again like on the basis of how you want to assemble them: decorator pattern, proxy, adapter. So there are a lot of it, we are going to cover that. Now behavioral pattern but just basically like what responsibilities a particular object is going to take. That is the part of basically this pattern, behavioral. So basically how data will flow basically in that design. So that is a part of behavioral design pattern. So there are multiple ways like chain of responsibility, then observer, and there are multiple we are going to cover as a part of this series. So this is the higher overview we are going to cover in this series. So thank you and see you in the next class. Till then, like, share, subscribe. Thank you all.